the sun's down. Nocturnal rainbow soar in the air so high. It may seem so that I can't see, but the darkness provides the light for me. I don't wanna be lonely, and the moon is my only homie. If there's a higher power, then show me. Instead of nocturnal rainbows, nocturnal rainbows soar in the air so high. Nocturnal rainbows soar in the air so high. Nocturnal rainbows soar in the air so high. Nocturnal rainbows soar in the air so high.
Hey guys, Bart here, and what you're looking at is a comic I recently got, Nightcrawler #1, and now his own series, which he's had limited series before this book. That's the team that worked on this book. I like how they did his name. Kind of like how they did the whole in the shadows thing. Yeah, I decided to pick this up the other day, and I kind of liked the story because it kind of fit the Nightcrawler mythos, so to speak. There's the cover artist, I'm assuming. It looks really great. The art on this cover looks really great. This came out in 2014, and basically, I'm not going to go through I'll show the panels and stuff like that, but I'm not going to be doing every word. Basically, opens up in a psychiatric hospital in a children's ward, and the security guard that works there normally doesn't take breaks, but he decided to take a break that day, and for whatever reason, which we find out later on. And then when he comes back, he has a face of horror, because every child in the ward is dead by some vicious way, and only this kid is alive. The name of the story is The Locked Room, The Devil Inside Part 1. And we have these guys as Robert Aguirre Sacasa as the writer, Derek Robertson as the penciler, Wayne Foucher as the inker, Avalon's Matt Miller colors and such. Joe Cressida as the editor-in-chief at this time. Now we open up with, again, this is 2014, so I have to admit I don't know too much about what was going on specifically at this time in X-Men history, but we have Aurora talking to Kurt about what had happened. And basically that was children that died, and if they can, she wants to know if Nightcrawler can go and check it out because of him having the teleportation skills. The X-Men kind of want to know why there's this a bunch of dead children basically that happened in the psychiatric ward if no one was able to get in or out, and this and that. This scene kind of looks like Aurora and Kurt had some sort of romantic relationship possibly at this time, which I was unaware of, if it is, but that looks pretty intimate. He's putting his tail on her shoulder. But so basically Kurtwagner shows up at the hospital. He meets this nurse, Christine Palmer, and basically she's going to introduce him to the security guard that was there. There's this Dr. Childs that's in charge of everything, and so basically Nightcrawler talks to the security guard, and at some point, I really like the art in this. I think they did Nightcrawler really well. At some point, the guy asks him, weren't you a priest or trying to become a priest at some point in your life? And Kurt was like, yes I was, but not currently anymore. But he asks Kurt if he's still like in the field of believing for forgiveness and stuff. And can people be forgiven for certain things? And Kurt was like, oh, you mean like if you hurt children, per se? Trying to get some information out of him during this guy's vulnerable state. It looks like maybe this guy did something to the kids and he doesn't want to admit it. So yeah, 2004, because this was an ad from 2004. That costume looks so clunky. Dr. Childs comes in, and he's basically like, you're browbeating my staff, even though it was the janitor that was trying to really talk about it. But he basically tells the janitor to get out of there. Dr. Childs basically tells Nightcrawler he should leave too, because there's no reason for him to be there. We'll take care of it ourselves. And but he allows Nightcrawler to see the child that survived, with the instructions to the nurse to write down everything that happens between them. I really am liking this style of Kurt. It looks nice. Nightcrawler is one of my favorite characters of all time. I find him to be such a complex character. So we have the nurse and Kurt talking about how the kid, his name is Seth, hasn't talked. And then when Seth sees Nightcrawler, he kind of bugs out, doesn't want to talk to anybody, and then Kurt just decides to leave because he's feeling like he's causing too much problems, and you get the classic "damph" noise from when he teleports. He teleports across the street on the roof, and he's about to tell Storm that there was no luck there. Just basically catching up with the chit-chats. She must have been out for a swim, obviously, until he discovers some sort of footprints there on the roof, and then he's going to attempt to follow them, and it seems like the hoofprints or footprints seem to keep going on the roof, and he's trying to follow the path of the footprints, basically. That's a really nice little panel. Occur him crawling down against the moon and the tail coming out. That's a really nice piece right there. I would hang that piece up on my wall as a piece of art. You know, like, I'm not saying everything that Nightcrawler does is awesome. Like, that's a nice pose, but like you wouldn't necessarily make that a poster. But you could make Storm something that she does a poster, but like something like that I think is really dope. So basically he comes across, as he's finding out where the footprints go to, he discovers that it leads to Dr. Childs' window, which I don't know how he went from the hospital to this party at his house so quick. But, you know, sometimes you just have to overlook certain things. And then he's like, Kurt's like, oh wait, that's Dr. Childs. What the hell? Why is these footprints leading to his house? You know? And then we see the janitor yelling up to him, like calling for him, and he was like, you lied to me. You hurt them, and you said nothing was gonna happen, and that you can take back all your money. Look at that. 67 points of articulation. That must have been like a big... I'm not much of a toy collector, I will admit, but for toy collectors, it seems like you can move all the fingers and stuff like that. So again, that was 2004. Amazing Spider-Man. The most articulated Spider-Man ever. Dr. Child starts trying to quiet Barney down, and he's doing this like praying hands type of thing, and he makes it looks like he makes a motion with the hands, and then he just closes it. He's like, I truly had such hope for you, now gone up in smoke. And the janitor's like, what are you talking about? And you see him sweating profusely from his brow and sides and his hair and stuff, and then he just spontaneously combusts, and he's screaming, no, no, no! And then the shock of horror, it looks like he's having a smile, but being upside down, it's actually a frown of, oh my god, I'm watching some guy burn alive. That was the end of episode issue 1. This made me want to at least pick up issue 2 and however many parts this story is, because this became an interesting story for me. What does Dr. Childs have in store for the children? Why specifically that one child, Seth, survived? And how is Dr. Childs able to do what he did with the children, if he did do that thing? Killing them, is the nurse involved somehow? But for a non-limited, I guess, series to start off at, and again 2014, and you know, with the promise of it being an ongoing series, it's not a bad little start to it, because it gives you some sort of backstory of what his brain was his mind frame was at the time. Again, it looked like him and Storm were kind of intimate at the time. Kurtwagner, if you're not sure too much of his history, you should look it up. His mother is Mystique, his father is Azazel, and he's able to teleport anywhere that he's seen before, but between each teleport he has to go through a dimension called Limbo to get to the coordinates that he's trying to get to. I love Kurt Wagner. He is definitely one of my favorite X-Men on the list of, if you were to ask me the top 5 favorite X-Men, if I really thought about it, he would be up there for sure. I like him so much that I've wanted to get a nice tattoo of him, but I've always leery when it comes to these comic book tattoos. If you were to ever get a tattoo, I would suggest, of anything, go to a professional. Don't have your friends do tattoos on you, because they'll come out. That's something that you have on your body for the rest of your life. But if I can have a tattoo of not meaning specifically this pose, but if I can get a tattoo that can come out looking like that on my body, that's when I suggest being able to get a tattoo. If you can afford it, and you can have the artist make it look like as close to that look on your body, then yeah, then it's worth the money. But if you're trying to get that and it looks like bootleg Grumpy Care Bear, then why even have that on your body? You know what I mean? I've always thought tattoos should mean something for you, even if it's of a cartoon character or a comic book character. It should mean something to you. For example, if you have a tattoo of Charlie Brown on you, and you never even seen The Great Pumpkin, or it's Christmas time Charlie Brown, or anything like that, you never seen a Peanuts comic strip, a cartoon, nothing, then why the hell do you have Charlie Brown on you? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Have it worth something to you. But yeah, I wanted to get back into these old videos I was doing, like reading through comics. I thank you guys for stopping by as always. Tully Television appreciates and loves its audience so much, and only through you guys working together with my staff and I can we grow this channel. We can't do it without you guys, and I hope that I've been able to earn you a subscription today. Like, comment, share, hit that bell notification, and yeah, until next time, Snookums. Peace.
Oh, when the sun's down, nocturnal rainbow soar in the air so high. It may seem so that I can't see, but the darkness provides the light for me. I don't wanna be lonely, and the moon is my only homie. If there's a higher power, then show me. Instead of nocturnal rainbow